Gordon speaking.
Holy entertainment, we're surrounded with Batmen.
Wham, the latest. Bam, the last. Zoom, and the first.
Holy sidekick, what's up with Robin? A new business and a new role.
Batman, this takes me back, doesn't it?
Yeah, quite a ways.
It's great news for nostalgia buffs. You see, there is a new Batman movie coming out starring Michael Keaton, which will be great.
It's time for Adam West to move over, but then this is not the first changing of the guard.
No, make that changing of the garb, as Leonard Maltin is here to tell us. Leonard!
Well, no question, Batman is one of those 20th century creations who seems almost like a part of modern folklore. He's certainly been popular a long, long time, and that hasn't gone unnoticed by Hollywood. Out of the pages of those immortal comic books, Batman and Robin have put in a lot of time on TV and movie screens over the years. Their first appearance was in a pair of Saturday matinee serials in the 1940s. These were pretty low-budget affairs compared to the later colorful TV episodes, and the actors playing Batman and Robin wouldn't win any particular personality contests either.
You're getting away in the car.
Some of the familiar Batman trappings are here. The bat signal, for instance, that cues Alfred the butler to tell Bruce Wayne that he's needed.
I'll have Alfred bring you some tea.
Oh, you would think of tea at a time like this.
Oh, certainly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go take my vitamins.
And another familiar character is on hand in the person of character actor Lyle Talbot.
Commissioner Gordon speaking. Morton's been kidnapped.
No collection of curious villains here. Instead, just one bad guy per serial. In this case, a hooded figure known only as the Wizard.
You got the X-90 shipment according to plan. Batman is trailing us.
I'll take him out of the running for good.
And no such thing as a Batmobile here, just the same old car you'd see in every other action serial of those days. As serials go, the Batman episodes are nothing to shout about, though it's always a kick to see those cliffhanger endings that had kids coming back week after week.
Is Robin also to be eliminated by the Wizard's men? Will Morton be forced to reveal his valuable secret? Be sure to see Batman Trapped, the fourth action chapter of Batman and Robin, at this theater next week.
Batman returned not on movie screens, but on TV sets in the 1960s as a twice-a-week series with a cliffhanger separating each story. The difference this time was a whole new attitude. Batman was now high camp and high tech, too.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
We're ready to move out. Watch it, chum. You're in safety.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
The show was such a phenomenon that 20th Century Fox rushed a feature film into production that was released in the summer of 1966, with no less than 4 villains on hand and the usual dose of high camp humor.
Holy sardine!
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
Batman has lived on in reruns for more than 20 years, but meanwhile, on the comic pages, a new Batman has emerged. Quite different from the crime fighter created by Bob Kane so many years ago. In highly acclaimed graphic novels like The Dark Knight Returns, Batman is cold, even cruel, not a typical hero by any means. And now, Michael Keaton has been named to star in a new movie of Batman to be directed by Beetlejuice's innovative Tim Burton. And people are wondering, what approach will they take? Wildly comic or dark and brooding? I asked Michael Keaton, but he isn't saying just yet. I'm really not trying to worm something out of you don't want to say. I'm just trying to get the smallest idea. Are we seeing something straight or something funny, or something that's a combination of both?
He says he's not trying to worm something out of me. He's trying to worm something out of me. Yeah, and the answer to that is, I don't know. I really don't know.
So we'll have to wait to see what the latest Batman movie brings. But whatever the case, the character's longevity makes it clear that he'll survive and even triumph. After all, you can't keep a good Batman down. You know, when the Batman TV series became such a smash back in the 60s, Columbia Pictures reissued the original 1943 serial to theaters. And I'll never forget going to see it with a friend during a school vacation. It was something like 5 hours long, watching one chapter after another, and it's the tackiest serial you've ever seen, but we had a ball. I guess it was the experience that made it fun, not the quality of the film. Now, Lisa, Ahmad, have either of you ever sat through an entire Saturday matinee serial in one sitting?
Oh, no.
Many times.
Oh, I'd be embarrassed to admit that. When did you get 5 hours?
I was just kidding. I've never done it.
You can't sit through for 5 minutes. You can't sit still that long.
You know, there is a sad note, and that is that Alan Napier, the actor who played Alfred the Butler on the Batman series, died last week.
All of the cast members really had quite a following for the show. Another member was Burt Ward, who, of course, played Robin. Well, he's off on a new career and going strong.
What is it that no man wants to have, yet no man wants to lose? A lawsuit. Correct, boy wonder.
Even a boy wonder has to grow up. So what has Burt Ward become?
The adult wonder.
Is he still a caped crusader at heart?
I was fighting crime in front of the camera, and now I'm fighting crime behind the camera. Nothing's changed.
It's been 21 years since he filmed Batman, but Burt Ward is still in the public eye.
Batman is shown in every state in the United States. The last numbers I heard of, 65 million people a week in the United States watch Batman, and more than 400 million worldwide a day watch Batman.
Ward is not only an actor, but also a savvy businessman who uses his high profile to his advantage.
Our company, Pinnacle Associates, Inc., is the only public company in the world, in my opinion, that's as interested in the future of America's children as it is in making money.
It's called The World of Early Bird, a multifaceted educational resource for preschoolers with an emphasis on social values.
I want to ask you a question. Has anyone ever teased you and called you names? I thought so. Well, you know the reason why they did it? It's because they don't know any better.
Children need values while they're children. In other words, when kids are in that preschool age of 2 to 6, they need to learn how to tell the difference between right and wrong. They need to learn sharing, caring, honesty, things like that.
But businessman Burt Ward also keeps his acting career alive with occasional film roles. In Kill Crazy, he plays a severely injured Vietnam veteran.
No! It's a very touching, powerful story that really will shake people up about the horrors of war.
Still, he'll probably always be identified as Robin, and he doesn't mind.
I meet people, I go out, I make personal appearances, and people flock. They say, I always wanted to ask you this, or give me a holy this or a holy that. And I love it.
Under this garb, we're perfectly ordinary Americans.
Well said, Robin.
That was the starting point. That wasn't the ending point. And today, I feel that I'm doing more for my country even than I did then.
We talked about his appearance in that movie called Kill Crazy. That's going to be out next February. Now, meanwhile, TV's Batman Adam West will be appearing in the movie Doing Time on the Planet Earth, and that one's due out later this year, Ahmad.
Holy nostalgia.